Mustang GT4.
Dominant fashion, Kylie Glenn.
Yeah! Area 51 podcast. This is Cap Houston right here. Bobby, what you got for me?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, race fans. We got Brandon Henry in the building tonight. How you doing?
Howdy.
Welcome to episode 102. I can't believe we're 102 episodes in already.
I know it. That's a lot of podcasts.
Yes, it is. And we've got Ryan and Stuart here from City Garage Motorsports. How you guys doing?
Doing great, man.
Doing awesome. Glad to be on.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. So, which one do you want to start?
Let the boss go first, man. You always gotta let the boss go first.
All right, Stuart, tell us about yourself and how you got involved with starting City Garage Motorsports.
Well, I'm Stuart Weiss. I'm the owner of City Garage Motorsports, and been a race fan my whole life, and made the mistake of calling NASCAR one day and saying, "Hey, y'all have an owner program? People can get into if they're interested." And they invited me to Daytona in 2024, and the rest is history. They introduced me to some people that helped me get started, Andy Hillenberg and Greg Van Alst and Will Kimmel and a bunch of the people that mattered. And next thing I knew, I was up in North Carolina meeting with some people and bought a car from Willie Mullins, and the rest is history.
Oh, Willie. I like Willie.
Willie's a good dude. Big Willie. Big Willie.
Yeah.
So you take instead of being in North Carolina, you're in Lakeland, Florida.
We are. We're not in the main hub of it. We're a little ways away, but we're close enough that we can be there when we need to, and we've got a good connection up there that has been instrumental this year for us. So we're doing all right. But we're just outside Tampa, Florida.
Very
Well,
nice.
if I could butt in, you wouldn't happen to know a Kate Speed Jones, would you?
I don't.
Okay, he's the BMW team I work for operates out of Lakeland, so he's probably not far from you, I would imagine.
My partner, Michael Clayton, might. I know he was actually over at a shop the other day. They were talking about racing, and it's a road course team that are looking to try to do some pull down stuff. So he might know him, but I don't know him offhand.
Okay.
Awesome.
So Ryan, I see you're in the shop.
Yeah, Stuart likes to keep me tied down when I'm here in Florida. They actually lock the doors when they leave, and I'm kind of stuck here. So I just work until they come back in and let me have breakfast in the morning.
I don't know who's watching. That's not true. That's not true, government. If you're listening to this, that's not true.
To be honest, obviously, Bobby, and everything. I'm going back and forth from North Carolina to Florida. So when I'm down here, I just try to optimize my time the best I can. And tonight was one of the rarities that you get a look at the City Garage Motorsports Fab Shop, because that's where I'm hanging out at. So this is part of our amazing program we got down here in Lakeland, and everyone wants to be in North Carolina. That's the hub, obviously. That's where everything is. But we're going to show the world that you don't have to be in the heart of NASCAR country to shake up the sport, and that's what we're going to do this year. We got some amazing talent, and we got a lot of good things going on. And obviously, for me to make the commute back and forth, a lot of people complain about Charlotte traffic. Well, I got 8.5 hours of every big city you can hit on the East Coast traffic, but I'm still here and loving it. And that's we're going to get everyone to move down here to Lakeland and hang out with us after what we do to them this year. So
that's right. That's right.
That hour drive to Denver doesn't feel very long anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all.
As I've told Ryan before, I see wins in your future.
Wow. Might be sooner than you think. That's a bad piece right behind him. He's getting that thing fast. That's our Speedway car. That'll be at Daytona here in January for testing, and then in February. And we may have some announcement for some stuff coming up with that soon.
Very nice.
Don't say anything, Ryan. It's a secret.
I don't know anything. I just build race cars, man. I just turned the wrenches. No, this old girl behind us here, we're gonna take to Daytona. We're just, you know, the deal. Like as soon as you take the checkered flag at Toledo, the off season starts. And Brandon, you've lived it as much as I have. There is no off season in this sport, so we're already. Toledo was awesome. Last year was awesome, but we've already moved on, and we're already getting things in line for a better 2026. And that's the only way you can do it. You know, sadly, if you take a month off, if you take this time off, you're behind already. And in this sport these days, once you're behind, you can't make it back up. So we're just down here getting everything in line for Daytona, and we're going to move on to our short track and cars for the East Series as soon as we get this one done, and make sure our fleet's in top shape come February, March of next year, and just keep making improvements, man. Brandon, Bobby, you both have been around it long enough. Stuart knows you can always make a race car better. I don't care how many races you've won. I don't care how many laps you've led. The work never stops, and that's what we're doing down here. We're not letting it stop, and we're hitting the ground running on 2026.
Yes, sir. Started early
Oh yeah.
or fall behind.
Yeah. I don't want to fall behind. I've lived that life.
Yeah, somebody's not taking those days off, and it'll show. It always does.
Yes, sir.
Can you guys tell us about 2026? And obviously, Stuart, we'll let you bring up 2025 because I mean, being at Toledo, I got to see the race car up close and personal when we were pushing Alex's car, and man, that thing's sharp.
Yeah, listen, we had a lot of ups and downs. 2025 was good to us, but it also was a learning. We destroyed a car, brand new car at Daytona. Went to Five Flags, Pensacola, had a good run up there. Blew a motor at Talladega. Had a good run at Berlin and Elko. Wrecked it. I blew a motor at IRP, and then had a great run at Toledo. I mean, we had a really up and down season, but we learned a lot. And Toledo was just a small sample of what's to come. You saw that car there, but that car will be totally different by the time we get to first race of the year in the East Series. That car is going to be completely rebuilt, gone through, and we're expecting to win some races this year, and we're doing everything we can to win some races.
I see both drivers being able to win this year.
Well, I can tell you, it won't be for lack of equipment. We've gone out and we've got, we're putting together the best cars you can get. Ryan is doing an amazing job helping us get these cars together. He's doing all the wrenching on them for us, making sure we have the right pieces in the right place. We were thankful to be able to acquire some good pieces from some teams, and I think we've got everything we need to win some races, and that's our goal. I mean, we're not going to just show up; we're going to win.
Heck yeah.
The best improvement, obviously coming on board down here and getting to know Stuart and Michael and the whole group was a big jump for me. I mean, you guys know the sacrifices of travel and everything, and that's why I picked this group, because Stuart and Michael, both his partner, have committed to not just trying to do what a lot of new owners do in this sport and bam, I'm going to spend a bunch of money. I'm going to spend it in the wrong place. And when it doesn't work, I'm just going to tell everybody the program is flawed. They're spending the money in the right places. We're getting good equipment. We're building a program that we're not worried about just this season. We're worried about next season and the future and what can come, not taken away from what we're going to do this year. But I just love the how goal-driven, oriented, how focused Stuart is on building this program and doing it the right way. And he's allowed me to throw in my input and bring in some good equipment. And I really like where we are. And, there's doors opened there's doors that will be opening for this program as we go down the road. And everyone just needs to really, really jump on board now here at the bottom floor, because the more you follow, the more you get on our social media, the more love you give the team, the more you're going to feel like you're a part of this amazing ride. And I'm going to tell you, it's a rare ride that you don't get to be part of in this sport anymore. It is rare to get to watch a grassroots team build from the ground up and have the success that I think Stuart and Michael have built this program to be and what we're going to be. So guys, everyone out there watching, like, follow, share. Let's get in on the bottom floor. There's some really awesome content we're going to be bringing to you guys. Some stuff that you won't see on other teams because they're scared to walk on this side of the line. And we're going to do some new innovative stuff. And I really, really think you guys will enjoy following us if you buy in now and give us some love. So Stuart, just let them know what the website is and our social media stuff. I'll pass that on to you.
Yeah, I mean, citygaragemotorsports.com is our website. You know, at CG Motorsports FL is our tag for most of our social media pages. You know, we're doing things different than what most teams do. You know, most teams go out there and they bring in funded drivers and they put them in their seats and they are, you know, kind of run a little bit different. It's a different model than what we do. What we're doing is we've gone out and we've gotten great partners and we're going out and picking the right drivers for our team that will be successful. And that's what we've done. I mean, you know, Ryan knows firsthand both of these drivers, knows what they're capable of. We didn't go out and we're not stuck with who's funding us. We're going out and getting the drivers that we believe will be the best fit in our cars, that will give us the best chance of being successful. They're going to be great teammates. They're going to help each other grow throughout the season. And I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them are fighting for the championship at the end of the year. And that's our goal as a team.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm saying that though, we still need partners. I mean, we've got some great partners in Orlando Health, Access IT Group, you know, L5 Shipping, the Lakeland Highlands Hospital. I mean, we've got some really good partners, but we would love to have some more join us, and it's going to be a really cool ride this year, man. I can't wait. I've never been this excited to have time pass because I want to get to 2026 as fast as I can because we're so excited. I mean, be honest with you, I wake up during the middle of the night thinking about it. I mean, it's just a really true excitement for us. We built a new race shop. We've got Ryan as our race operations director. I mean, he's changing the entire direction of our program. You know, we've got Tom and Becca and Mike and Quinn, and I mean, the whole team is just driven towards winning and doing things right. And you know, it's so amazing that right now Quinn and Ryan are working together. You know, Quinn's getting ready to run the All-American this weekend. You know, she's going to do an amazing job there. Ryan's helping her out there because we want to make sure that this communication, this teamwork works great for everybody, and it's just a family. So, Ryan, you might want to touch on that a little bit.
So obviously when I signed on here, Quinn had already made her announcement that she was driving for us. And me and her had already talked a few times, and I reached out and said, hey, if you have room for me, let me do the All-American 400 with you. That way we get to the track together. I see how you function. You kind of see how I function. We get each other's lingo together and we start to build a relationship, because the quicker me, her, and Becca and Tom are all on the same page, Tom being the crew chief of the 85, the quicker we mesh, the quicker the program grows. And, you know, I have a 17-year-old son, Mason. I love you to death, buddy. But a conversation with him goes something like brah or sup. With Quinn, I was scared. I had to know what a 17-year-old girl was going to give me, you know? So I talked to her and we have these like legit conversations, and she uses full sentences, and it's just weird. Like I didn't know what to expect. So I guess I wanted to get in on the ground floor and make sure I didn't have to come up with some new lingo. You know, I didn't know what I was getting into, but no, I'll be on the spotter stand for her this weekend at the All-American 400. She's got a really nice car they're bringing out for the first time. Some great new partners on board with her that hopefully we can all grow together and expand this family. And man, if you're in the Nashville area, come out. It's legitimately one of the best late model races of the year. And plus you get to meet Quinn Davis, which that's the best part of the whole deal. So
When is that?
yeah,
This
that
weekend.
will be Friday, Saturday. I think Friday's practice, Saturday is the pro race, and Sunday is the big 400. So
Man. Oh, well.
it's a fun show.
And honestly, what Ryan said there, if you haven't met Quinn, she is just an amazing, peppy, encouraging, cool person to be around. You know, I'll be honest with you. I mean, she just kind of lights up the room when she walks in, and it's exciting to work with her. It really is. And she is a truly motivated driver. She wants to be the best driver that she can be in everything she does, and she works on her skill all the time. And so, you know, we can't wait to get her in the car.
I can't wait to talk to her next Tuesday. Her and Becca. She having her like just texting back and forth on Messenger and whatnot. You can tell that she's very mature for her age.
Her,
Definitely very mature for her age. And her
oh,
and Becca seem to be a good click too. They've done a couple podcasts together and have been and had some really awesome chemistry. You know, Becca has got more experience behind the wheel. I mean, she's what 90, 99, almost 100, you know, weekly racing victories, a bunch of championships. Like she's been around the block. She's not the 17-year-old new up and comer, but I think they can jive off each other. And, you know, Becca's got a lot to teach her and Quinn can teach her some stuff. And I think they're going to do really awesome together. It's hard. And you guys know, Brandon, you know what it's like to be in a situation where teammates don't have that chemistry and you almost end up being two teams under one roof. Well, I don't think we're going to have that problem at all. I think these girls have already started a really nice relationship. We're doing the best job we can, and we're doing a great job of getting the cars as close as they can possibly be so the girls can share information and we can take advantage of being a two-car team. A lot of people waste a two-car team because they don't have their stuff lined up where you can share notes or the girls can lean on each other, guys, whoever. But girls, that's who we care about, are girl drivers, right? That's our program. So,
girl driver,
but
man.
no, that's we love where we're heading. Love that we've got the experience of Becca, the new fiery Quinn, and not that Quinn's not been a racer, but you know what I mean. She's 17. Let's be honest. She is, you know, she's been alive what, a week or two now, it seems like. But you know, that's where we're at. And Stuart and Michael have been the mastermind of this whole deal, and they put together one heck of a unit already.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Man.
Just following on social media. I've had a lot of people message me right now, and they want to know more about Stuart. And then Ryan, they want to know about you. We've only had you on the show once, but they want Stuart. They want to know, like, tell us about you, how you like growing up and all that, how you got involved in racing, and then same for you, Ryan.
Well, for me, you know, my dad was in the military, and so we traveled a lot around the country, and so he became a big NASCAR fan back in the 70s. And so when I was growing up, my dad had me in a racetrack every chance we got. And because we traveled around the country, we went to Riverside out in California, and we went to Texas, and we went to, oh my gosh, my dad was stationed at the Pentagon. I think we went to Dover twice a year. We would camp out in the infield. And so, I mean, you know, one of my biggest memories is my dad took me on pit road back when you could go on pit road right after the race. They didn't have security and all that kind of stuff. And ran into Cale Yarbrough, and he gave us his goggles. You know, he gave me his goggles, and I wore those things around the house for I think a month. And you know, I loved racing because it was my dad's passion and became my passion. And I didn't have the money to do it when I was younger. I raced. You'll see it probably on the picture behind me up on the wall. You'll see a couple of pictures of the racing. I raced, you know, like street stocks when I was back in my 20s. That's about all I could afford to run. And then when I started having a family, I couldn't afford it anymore. I was a police officer in Tampa and just didn't have the money to do it. So I got out of it and, you know, worked my career. And later in life, I opened a business and wound up being able to get a little bit of money and had a dream of becoming a race car team owner. And so we made it happen. You know, it was kind of a bucket list thing for me. And luckily along the line, you know, I've been blessed to come across great people like Michael Clayton, who's my partner, and you know, Becca and Tom and their family and Ryan and the Davises. And I've just been really blessed to come across great people that have enabled me to get this team up and running. And I got to give credit to other race teams, Andy Hillenberg and Willie Mullins. It wasn't for those two, I wouldn't even be in racing right now. So, you know, it's kind of a convoluted and long story, but you know, long and short of it is I've just been a race fan my whole life, and the opportunity arose when I got a little bit of money, and here I am. And God's put good people in my path. And the fundamental thing, though, I will say this, and Ryan knows this. We talked about it tonight at dinner. Is that, you know, this is a family. You know, I only do this. It's a family atmosphere. It's a family environment. If it's not fun to be a part of, and you know, I don't want to do it. And so for us, I love everybody that's in this team. We're in this team because we're family and we believe in each other and we want to promote each other and we want to support each other. And our goal at the end of the year is to get the best finish we can. And hopefully that's winning races. But that's to make Ryan and Becca and Quinn the best they can be and have success. And if they have success, we're going to have success. And so, as long as we're pulling for each other, everything's going to go in the right way. And that's the only way we'll do it. That makes sense. I don't know if that made sense.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sir.
That made great sense. I love it. I guess so. I started out. My dad was a drag racer his whole life. Built street rods. Part of the Frog Follies. If you're a street rodder, it's one of the biggest pre-39 shows in the country. Evil Iron Street Rod. So I grew up in that stuff, drag racing, playing sports. But always loved NASCAR, always loved racing in general. Whatever it was, I love speed. So turned 18 in North Carolina, got down there, got on a pit crew because at that time, all my experience was in street riding and drag racing. I didn't know anything about circle track cars, but I was athletic. So I did some pit stop stuff for years, worked in my way into shops, started out fabricating, building cars for Rick Markle Racing. And then just worked my way up into the Cup and Xfinity and trucks and spent the better part of 21 years across those 3 series, ARCA as well. And, became a crew chief, ran the shop there at JD Motorsports for years. And it's been a heck of a journey that's led me here. But I've always been small team focused. I worked for the Roushes. I worked for the bigger teams. And like Stuart said, it's not a family. It's a number you punch. I can go work at Gibbs tomorrow and they're not going to win or lose any more races because I'm there. I like working places where I feel like right, wrong, or indifferent. I feel like I'm giving knowledge. I'm giving help. I'm actually making a difference in the team. And that's always been my passion, and that's how I ended up here. I got to know Michael through an ownership program with one of the other teams I was on. And they did City Garage. We just all kind of got to know each other. And to me, towards the end of the year, I had several offers on the table, but at the end of the day, this was a no-brainer. The way they run this program, the way it's a family, and being able to be part of something, again, building from the ground up is amazing. And I love it, but this is my life. I've told my kids, my family for years, it's not changing. This is who I am. This is where I am. I love this sport, and we're entering a new chapter that we're very excited about.
And no retirement in your near future.
Buddy, I tried to retire once, and that did not go well whatsoever. So
It never does.
I can't, for some crazy reason, I can't get away from this deal, no matter what it does. And I mean, the stress of traveling, the stress of being away from your kids, and all that. Like, yeah, it's hard sometimes, but then the reward of watching some of these drivers I've got to work with over the years, like you watch the Cup race and half the field, you've been a very small part of their journey to get them where they are. Brandon, you know the feeling, man. Like you watch those guys be successful, and it's cool. It's like watching your children succeed, and I can't get away from that. So now Quinn and Becca are my next children, I guess you'd call it, my next group of people that 5 years from now, yes, I want City Garage to be successful, but I want to sit back and go, man, I remember talking about them on a podcast when they were, we were introducing them to the world. So that's kind of my story, quick and in general.
I know that we just got done with Toledo, what, a month ago? Yeah, a month ago today.
Yep.
And as I'm loading up the Area 51 hood that Alex Club gave us, I looked over at Ryan and I was like, "Hey, sign this, please." And him and Jen both were. I was like, "Please sign this," because I mean, I've known you guys for how long?
Oh God, years, man.
7 years.
Yeah, something to that effect. 7, 8 years.
I was like, we got in the car after they all walked away, and I said, he makes me smile. I was like, I needed that because today's race sucked. We
Hey, man,
finished one. Alex needed to finish like one position better to get fifth in points. And he missed it by one position, 1 point.
Yep.
Yep.
You'll have that.
And guess who it was, Brandon?
Who?
Lawless Allen.
Oh, hell.
Oh, our boy. I'll tell you what, like you look at Tommy Joe Martin at the end of the Xfinity race the other night, and his guys are out on pit road celebrating because they made a pass on the last lap to finish 20th in points, and the fans don't get that. They're like, why are those guys on pit road celebrating? 20th in points is like $80,000 bonus in your pocket.
Yep.
So this is where the media makes me so mad anymore in racing. Yes, I'm talking to you, Fox. There's more than winners out there. The stories are through the field. And that's what guys like us starting out, it's hard to get TV crews to come down and look at City Garage Motorsports because they talk about 2 cars every week. It didn't matter the team I was on last year. It didn't matter if we were going to show up and run 5th or we were going to show up and run 1st. They were going to talk about us. And that's just not fair because the real stories are the guys starting at the bottom, like Stewart, the Alex Clubs, these guys back like Gibbs. If they win that race, that money goes into account and no one knows it. If Alex Club beats one more spot, that literally could be Christmas presents for his family. Like, how is that not good TV drama? Why are we not focused on that? Come on, guys. Come on, the media. This is where the story is right here. City Garage. You want real life drama to put on your TV. This is us. I preach it all the time. You guys see my Facebook posts. Like Brennan Poole and what they did with Tommy Joe should be the top headline on every motorsports page, and it's not. And that's tragic. And that trickles down to people like us. But they're going to have to talk about us this year because we got 2 amazing female drivers, and we're going to go out and we're going to force them to talk to us. Phil Parsons and me are going to spend every weekend talking to each other because he's going to have to because we're going to be up there fighting for the win.
That's right.
And if they're not talking about you, social media is where it needs to be. Area 51 will make sure that you guys' stuff is out there.
I had lunch. I had lunch when we went and tested at New Smyrna. I think maybe about 6 weeks ago, we tested at New Smyrna, before we went to Toledo, and we were sitting at lunch with Quinn and her family and like that. And I looked over and I said, someday when you're racing in Cup, I want you to at least invite me to your races because I want to smile and feel proud that we helped you get there because I have no doubt that both her and Becca are good enough to do this. And so we're going to give them the opportunity this year with Ryan's expertise and knowledge to show everybody what they can do. And our equipment, maybe won't have a big name on the side, but it will have everything it needs under the hood. And I can guarantee you we'll be fighting for some good finishes this year. So
tell us about last weekend. I mean, I have pictures if you guys want me to share them, but
well, we have some amazing sponsors, and Orlando Health is one of them. And so we go out to every event that they can have to help support them. And so we were at a Heart Walk on Saturday over at Tiger Town here in Lakeland is the minor league team for the Detroit Tigers. And so they had a big Heart Walk there to support heart health. And so we were out there with our entire team for that. And then on Sunday, we went over, there was an anniversary for Quaker Steak and Lube over in Clearwater. Ryan was with us over there for that. And it was a great event. It was about probably, 500 to 1,000 people out there just celebrating, having a good time. And they do it to raise funds for needy kids through the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch, which is another organization we support. There's a couple of nonprofits that we support. Gray Bull Rescue, which right now are down in Jamaica. They're veterans who are rescuing Americans down in Jamaica from the hurricane damage. And they they were in Israel not too long ago during the war with Gaza, bringing Americans home. And then the Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranch, which helps kids that are not in necessarily the greatest homes and are in need of being, some parenting and guidance and skills to be successful in life. And so we support them, and that was their event out there. So we were out there supporting them this weekend. And so we do probably I would say somewhere between 30 and 50 events a year for our different sponsors and organizations. That's part of what we do, is give back to our organizations and sponsors. And so that's what we were at this weekend. We were there both Saturday and Sunday.
Now I gotta ask, I seen that you guys, going back to Toledo for a second, I seen you guys went to the Millbury Museum. What'd you think of
did.
that?
We did. You know, we're car lovers just like everybody else. I mean, we had a little bit of time on our hands, so we the last year when we were there, we found it kind of just looking around for things to do, and we didn't get a chance to get over there. So this year, we made sure to stop by there. And while we were there, we said, "Hey, can we take our car out and take some pictures?" They had a really cool, like, old gas pumps and everything out front. And I said, "Hey, would it be all right with you after we toured the cars? Can we put our car out there?" And they were like, "Oh, absolutely. You know, we'd love to have it." So we went out there and took some pictures and had a blast. And you know, if you're a racer, you're a car nut. And so, you know, I don't care if it's a car that someone's restored, or if it's classic, or if it's a race car. If it's a car and got a motor in it, you know, we love it. So.
Yeah, I'm 35 minutes from there.
Oh,
And
really? Okay.
yeah, my fiance and I was there, I want to say beginning part of the year, and she's like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this museum." I'm like, "Okay." Like, whatever. And then I get in there and I'm like, "Well, this place is awesome." Like, I
Is
think
that
I
not the
spent
coolest
like an
place?
extra like 2 hours in it.
I could spend days there, man. It is really cool. It's got some nostalgic cars. It's got some beautiful classics. I mean, it is really cool. If you've never been there, I recommend stopping by next time you're in Toledo.
Did they have the Batmobile in
Oh
there?
yeah, we took pictures with the Batmobile. I've got them somewhere. I've got pictures with the
You
Batmobile.
can when okay, so when we got in, the Batmobile was sitting there, and then what's the
There's the
Brandon, what's the move?
Back to the Future car.
Yes, that car.
The Back to the Future cars
Was
there.
it on and actually running?
No, no, it wasn't running, but they had it right there at the front when you walked in when we were there. Yeah.
So when we walked in the door, they were actually tuning it up. So it was actually running, and it sounded really neat. And then they ended up driving the Batmobile through the building and going out. And I was
Oh,
like, "That's freaking awesome."
And it's not the newer one. It's not the one that they drove like when Christian Bale. It's the original one from like the TV show back in the 70s or 60s.
Yeah.
It's the
oh,
old,
with the big bubble glass.
yeah, the bubble glass. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
one.
I love that one. That's my favorite.
We took pictures with it. It was pretty cool.
Next time
That's
you're down
awesome.
here, Ryan, we gotta go.
Yeah, I miss all the fun. I was sitting at the hotel.
So coming back to Quinn for a second. So I know her and Becca are gonna be on. Stuart, can you tell us about the sponsorship? Like, you guys are actively looking for sponsorship for the 5 car.
We do. You know, 85 we've run for 2 years now. So 85 we've managed to secure some really good sponsors. Again, you know, Orlando Health and L5 and, you know, Lakeland Highland Hospital and Access IT Group. They're all amazing. But the 5 car is a car we just started up this year. We ran it for the first time. Michael actually drove it for us at Berlin and Elko. And it's our it's our new team. And we really honestly felt like for us to get to where we need to be, we needed the knowledge and the data and everything we could get from multi-car team. I mean, there's an economy of scale, and Ryan can give you probably more of the details of it because he's been involved in it longer. But the teams that have multiple cars tend to have better success because of the knowledge they learned from the cars at the track. So we felt like for us to really make that next level, we needed to have a second car that we could run. And so when we did that, you know, we wanted to make sure we had the right driver, and we feel like we found that in Quinn. But right now it doesn't have any sponsorship. So, you know, we're looking for some good partners who can come on and help support us, and we can help them as well in building their brand with through our social media and through our team and through everything that we do. So, you know, we could really use some help with the 5. And so we're working hard to try to find that sponsorship that will help us be successful and help that 5 car with Quinn behind the wheel get to victory lane.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that they're on Flow Racing FS2 and FS1, and I believe Fox.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, and it's not just that. I mean, we are committed to helping our, just like these events we did last weekend. We went out, we go to, like I said, dozens of events every year for our sponsors, because again, it's not just about putting their name on the car and putting it on TV. It's about giving back to those sponsors and helping them build their brand as well. And so our team is very, very uniquely qualified and puts a lot of work in making sure that we can get return for our sponsors' value and ROI. So we just need the right sponsor who believes in what we're doing.
Brandon, you got anything?
No, that's a lot of weight. A lot of weight there. That's heavy. Man,
Brandon, I thought you were going to say, I got a sponsor for you. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, that's what we need. Hey,
I wish.
bring some of that road race money our way, man.
Well,
you can help us start the road race program.
Well, that's if I were a potential sponsor, I would. You guys sell it so easily. Everything you said just feels so far-fetched and unique and just out of place in today's. As nicely as possible in today's landscape, and of course, I hate it, but that's just that's the way it feels. I've only been in this sport for about 7-8 years, and even in that time period, it seems like the focus on grassroots, on the harder workers, on there's so many. What am I trying to say? There's a landscape now where you just pay somebody to hop in your car, and you already have the business model and everything in place, and the hunt for that feels so distant now, and nobody seems to care about it anymore. All anybody cares about now is the money aspect of it. So, if I were going to be investing a lot of money in something, what y'all got going on feels very, very genuine and special. And I think eventually people will be forced to see that, because even though, like you said, Fox, NBC, they don't really pay attention to these storylines, but when it gets on social media, they don't have a choice. People see it anyway. So, there are a lot of, when I first got in, I developed a decent following, and a lot of my buddies that were on your Jordan Andersons and your Mike Harmons and everything, when we were having really good runs in those cars, people were seeing it on social media, and they were getting a lot of attention. And whether or not that impacted those teams positively in the long run, I don't know, but it got eyes on them. And if you have that same effect, I think the push that y'all are making is going to be unavoidable. People are going to see it; they're going to have to, and eventually, the TV stuff comes with that, and in turn, the success and money, inevitably follows, because again, TV is all anybody seems to care about now. So, I love it. I love what y'all got going on. That's awesome.
I do too.
The crazy thing is any other team, and I say any other team, most other teams you deal with, and this is why another thing I love about our sponsorship program. Like this past weekend, Becca was there from start to finish, sitting in a chair, talking to people, not just sitting in a chair. She was up riding big wheels. I was there. Stuart was there. Michael was there. Our gas man was there. Like, you're not going to get that anywhere else. If the driver's there, they're going to charge you to be at the event. The crew chief isn't going to be there. The owner definitely isn't going to be there. But with us, you're getting the whole team. You're getting real engagement. We're not there to show up. Oh, hey, we were here. Thanks, and get out. And that's just what Stuart demands out of this program. And not that he has to force us to do it, but that's the respect we have for our sponsors. And any incoming sponsor, like, that's the bang you're going to get. And I promise you, there is no other team that is going to give you that kind of result for your sponsorship, not to mention all the other stuff, the social media, the TV, the stuff that just comes along with it. So reach outside the box, get to know our program, and let's become partners, because that's what we are. when City Garage, you're not a sponsor, you're a partner. We're marketing partners. We're together in this. We're going to grow together. We're going to grow each other's brand. And we're not just going to put your check in the bank, give you a thumbs up, and move on to the next one. So let's get some help on this 5-car. Be part of building the program.
Nah,
Yeah,
go
good.
ahead.
Good, Bobby.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say it was interesting. I was on a radio program not last week, the week before, and we started talking about how our program works. And when when we were off the radio program, the host called me and goes, you guys are old school. Nobody does it like that anymore. Why do you do it that way? Is what he asked me, and I said, I'll be honest with you. I'm too old to know any difference, and I'm too old to do it any different. I want to be associated with people I want to be around. I don't have to do that, and so for me, I don't have to do this. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love racing. I love the people I'm part of. I love being a part of the race community. But if I'm going to do it, I want to do it with people that I want to be around. And so, being able to find good partners, sponsors like Orlando Health and those, it's just a good fit. They're part of the family. I mean, I'm going and touring their brand new hospital in a few weeks because, man, I'm just super excited to be there because they're just the greatest partner to be a part of. And I want to do everything I can to help support them. And they do everything they can to support me. I do everything I can to support Ryan. Ryan does everything he can to support me, and so on. I mean, that's what family does for each other. When you make it a business, it becomes very impersonal. And at my age, I don't need it. I don't need to be just here, ringing a cash register. I'm not here for that. And so, we're here to build a family and have fun and help each other grow our businesses and grow our success as a race team and grow our race drivers and grow our team. And we just want to have fun doing it, man. That's why we're here.
So, Stuart, I was going to direct this to you. So, how cool is it to have City Garage on NASCAR 25? Because a lot of people have been blowing you up about it.
I will tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was pretty cool watching. I played it the day it came out. One of our social media guy, Dylan, brought his PS5 to the shop, and we logged on and we were playing it. It's pretty doggone cool seeing your car there with your driver Becca, and it is. I never thought I would experience that. I'm old, but I'm kind of a video game fan. I like video games and what they do, and so I've played sports games a lot of my life, and I thought it was pretty doggone cool, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I got to get Quinn on there this year. In 2026, I want Quinn in the 5-car on there.
and back in a Ford, of course.
Oh yeah, we want him back in Fords this year. Yeah, we did have a Toyota last year, but we're back in Fords.
I mean, I don't mind driving the Yoda, but I'd rather be in that Ford.
Oh, me too.
We got a nice blue oval sitting behind us here.
That's right, man.
She's ready to go.
And now that you told me Dylan has a PS5, I think I'm gonna have to reach out to him because we're gonna start a PS5 league, and I think we once we get Quinn on there, Dylan and I are gonna take City Garage by storm.
We'll take that challenge.
We will race anybody for tire money anytime you want.
Hey, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not racing you for tire money. Anyone else will race for tire money.
So, ask Ryan. I met him on, I think it was it Xbox or PS5 or PS4?
I think it was PS4.
So he comes in, races, and we're in a league together, and he's like, "No, I've got this." Like he's all confident, and I think I beat him like 3 races in a row. And he's like, "All right, what the hell? You're cheating."
Yeah. My man had the settings different on his. I don't know what happened.
So Dylan just wrote, "You got yourself a deal."
He had some of that 18-car power.
Dylan just wrote what?
Dylan said, "You got yourself a deal on that challenge." Hey, I'm game for it. We can take
live stream it. Do it and live stream it.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, there you go.
Put it back on YouTube like we used to do, Ryan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, let's bring it back. Dylan, don't embarrass us.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
I'm going to buy a PS5 now. Y'all need some pack fillers.
Me and Brandon will ride around in the back and do commentary.
We'll bring Ryan back and see if he can handle it.
I don't know, man. I'll stick to the real thing. Oh yeah. I love me some video games. I'm getting too old, man. There's too many color changes and moving. And tell you what,
Hey,
these things right here, they kind of stay in one spot for me.
when you upgrade from a 32-inch TV to a 49-inch curved monitor and a wheel, I think you're pretty much set.
Yeah.
Man, the last iRacing setup I had, my buddy Garrett Smithley let me borrow it, and I used that until he needed it back, and now I kind of out. So that was my venture into iRacing.
Hey, Ryan,
I did win some races.
Michael's got a really nice sim. You got to let him get on. He's got to let you get on his sim and play it.
Yes, I'm supposed to be one of these nights that you guys don't lock me in the shop overnight. I'm supposed to go in there and set up his new wheel and everything for him. So we got to get that done.
Do you at least bring bananas or something for Ryan?
We make sure he eats.
Yeah, I have to fill out a sheet, and they look at the work, and that's how they dispense the food. It's a good deal. Like
you're gonna scare away everybody, Ryan.
Yeah, no. Hey, they put me up. They treat me like family. Literally, the first day I came down here, it was like I was walking into a house I'd lived in for 10 years. As a guy who's literally walking away from his normal, his family, his home, my dogs, to come down here, it's been such an easy transition. Like literally, the first night here, I was just kind of like, oh, all right, cool. Like time to go to work, and you don't get that. Like that's another thing. I know I keep hitting on it, but man, that's the family aspect of this team, and it goes to everything. Like literally, these guys have never missed a beat from our first interview. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and they've delivered, which is crazy because so much in this sport, Brandon, I know I keep calling you out, but you live it with me. Like a lot of promises you get made in this sport mean absolutely nothing. And Stuart has delivered on everything he said times 5. And I've only been with him for a short time. So it's crazy, but that's part of what this City Garage thing means. And that's why we're going to change the landscape of how ARCA teams are ran. And it's actually kind of sad because I think he's built a good enough model that people are going to start copying us. And then, I don't know, we're going to have to come up with a new plan, Stuart. We'll have to change it up again. But I got faith in how we're doing things. And I really love it. But yeah, no, we got to get Michael sim rolling. I know he's probably inside right now going, you could be getting my sim set up, but you're on this, you're on this call. So.
I don't know that genuine. That's hard to copy. I think that's going to be it's going to be a while before people catch on to that. But I mean, it's not to talk about myself here, but it's kind of how I'm comparing it. One of the only reasons I'm even on this show and kind of partner with Bobby and helping him, and because he helps me and we talk a lot. And I went to go pit the. Of course, it was not through Jeremy Clements, but it was through somebody else. But pitting for Jeremy Clements, it was the first time I experienced a lot of what you are talking about, that family-oriented, race team. Jeremy has a lot of that over there. They're very, very genuine. They keep it in-house. They're a family. All their sponsors get treated like family. They're all friends. I hadn't even been on the team for 2 months, and sponsors are inviting me personally on my Facebook and my family to XYZ events and all of that. And you know what? Those guys have been struggling for a long time. Their equipment is beat up. Their guys are getting, you don't want to use the term old, but they've been around for a while. They're getting tired, and they just keep going, and the crew that I was with. So of course, a lot of the guys, Ryan, the Vandals and the Gators, and, those guys, we would always, we would rather say just into the next year, we would rather go fight with that team, knowing that getting a 20th place finish is going to be hard, and it's going to suck, and week in and week out it's going to hurt. We would rather go to war with that family than go get if I don't know if McAnally called and offered me up something. it wouldn't be as easy of a choice, just because it's like, well, I can go over there and be a number, and they could not like the way I do a certain thing. I'd be gone in 3 weeks. It happens.
Oh,
Whereas you would rather go and partner with and be a part of that team that values you, and you're all fighting together. And I think that's going to take you all a long way. I hope it does in the current landscape. Sometimes it doesn't, but I think y'all have got your ducks in a row. So I'm excited. I'm excited for y'all to be a part of that and build that.
I'll tell you, that day that Jeremy won his first Xfinity race, not to get off topic, I was crew chief in another car, and I actually caught myself standing up and celebrating as he crossed the finish line at Road America. And we had sponsors on the box. I'm like, I don't care, because Tony, Jeremy, that family have given everything, just like Stewart has, to build that program. And that's going to be the feeling that I think a lot of people have when we win our first race, because so many people have helped him and watched him from the ground up. And my sponsor's like, hey, we finished 5th. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand what those guys have been through, So I hope we get the same thing on the back end. But yeah, man, stay with Tony and them as long as you can. I love those people, and I know you do too. So that's just an amazing group.
And I don't want you to, it takes all kinds to start these racing teams, and we need every one of them. But for us, for Ryan and myself and Michael, and we just love what we're building here and the way we're building it, and we believe in what we're doing, and we know that there's some people out there that believe in us and have bought into us and allowed us to have the pleasure of representing them, and we're just thankful. We're thankful. We love what we are. We cannot wait for this season. I can promise you. If you follow us for the ride this year, you're going to see some great things come out of City Garage Motorsports, and it's going to be because of Quinn, Becca, and Ryan, and what they're doing for us, and it's just going to be amazing.
And I've had people asking about the merch, so
yeah. Man, we'd love to have some cool. We'd love to have some cool people wearing our stuff. We have some more stuff coming out pretty soon, but you can go to our website. There's links, or you can go to our social media. There's links. It's through our CGM speed shop. Love for people to buy it and wear it. We don't make much on the apparel. We just want to get people to wear our stuff, help support us. It's a big encouragement when we get to the track and see people wearing our stuff. It really is. It's kind of makes us feel good that we're doing something right.
As I say, I went out
like the one you're wearing. I was gonna say you're wearing one of my shirts.
Yeah.
Love it.
My man's got more shirts than I do. What's going on?
Yours is coming, Ryan.
I was about to comment about that. Where's Ryan's shirt?
He's got the hat. He's got I got the hats on yet.
This is one of my favorite hats I've gotten in a really long time for a race team. This is an amazing. I really like this, so I'm a huge fan. Yeah, it's hard to get shirts for fat guys. Like I give Stewart credit, so like
I gave him one of Quinn's shirts, but it looks like a halter top.
Yeah. I had it on right before the video started, but when I had to go get my earpiece, I ripped it. So I mean, dang it. It gets expensive when you get into like the 2-3X range. I mean, we're talking again, like this sport's tight. You can't throw out that extra $10 for a bunch of fat guy shirts. That's why they lock me in here and don't feed me. I'm trying to get into the apparel.
I promise when you see him at the racetrack, he will look appropriate. No halter tops for Ryan.
For now, you got to wear the shirt. For now, you got to wear the shirt from Tea Time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the last time Ryan actually seen me was Michigan. And Brandon, this you're gonna laugh at this. The last time he seen me was Michigan, and I was 249 pounds.
Yeah, you've lost a ton of weight, buddy. You've done a great job.
I'm down to 157.
That's crazy. Dang. That's incredible. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, man.
He actually, when I seen him at Toledo, he kind of like stopped and he's like, Bobby?
Yeah, no, I definitely gave you the side eye because you said my name and I'm like, I don't know who this. Oh my God, it's Bobby! Like I had to do a double take, like, and that's a compliment. I mean, that's amazing, man. It's I challenged our 2 drivers on our team call the other week to get in better shape because in these races, I know they're only 100 miles, whatever, 100 laps, but you've got to be at your mental best the last 25 laps of the race. And if you're hot and sick and whatever, like you lose focus. And I also have accepted the challenge, and I've got to get myself in better shape so I can be the best crew chief they can be on those long, hot days. So we're all going to do it together. Obviously, my two drivers have a substantially better head start than I do, but hopefully if we're back on here later in the year, I can tell a cool story like you, Bobby, and be like, hey man, I've lost a bunch of weight and got in better shape. But the girls, they both are doing a great job as far as trying to better themselves. And because everyone thinks these things are just get in a race car and go ride. It's not. It's 140, 150 degrees in these things. You have to be focused every single minute of every single lap, especially in ARCA, where I love ARCA. It's a developmental series, but there's such a difference in speed between the first place car and the last place car that you're in traffic all day. You don't get a break. And one lapse of judgment because you're cramping or you're wore out or whatever can be the difference between finishing on the top three or being at the end of the race or, being out of the race. And it's become such a crucial part. It's funny to think about back when I started 21 years ago and the drivers had like a Coleman cooler with a hose run out of it to their helmet, and now we got Rainies and cool boxes and all this stuff. But look at what the drivers do compared to those drivers. And not taking away from any of the old guys. Don't come after me. I know Dale Sr. is the best that ever lived. But these new drivers can run Landon Castle ran 600 miles at Charlotte, got out and jogged to downtown Charlotte to the Hall of Fame as soon as the race was over. You're going to tell me that one of the old guys could have done that? It's a different game now, and our girls are stepping it up, and they're going to come, as we keep saying, we're going to come ready in 2026. So, Bobby, if you got any tips for me, man, shoot them my way.
I will tell you right now, you can ask Brandon this. I walk 4 to 5 miles a day on top of working my normal job.
Well, that's pretty hard when they lock you in a shop. So I guess I'm out on that one. But
You walk in circles around
yeah, I'll just have to make laps around the table here. But man, that's awesome. 4 or 5 miles a day.
That's good.
4 to 5 miles a day, push-ups, sit-ups, crunches. Brandon's pretty much been on my ass the past, what?
Long
2
time
months,
now.
3 months?
I'll be on my way to the shop 5 a.m, just groggy, cranky, get to the shop. It's like 6 something, and this dude's calling me all bright eyed and bushy tailed because he's walking. Dude, shut up, man. I'll go do that later.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan challenged all of us to get in shape, so all of us are trying to work extra hard at it.
I'll jump in on that challenge with you, Ryan.
There you go. We need all the help we can get, man.
I'll give you motivation.
Hey, I need it. My motivation is going to be how quick I can run to victory lane each week. I'm gonna time it. So
Now you know why I love Ryan. That's what we're gonna do.
I'll come to the racetrack and we'll do the Harry and Cole Trickle run down the.
I get to be Harry. You can be Cole.
I'm not old though.
But no, I get to be Harry. You get to be Cole.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I'm
fine.
the old guy.
That means I get to drive.
Yeah, you can. I got no. Hey, there's one thing you never have to worry about. I can coach you. I can tell you how to give you tips. I can do all that. You got no fear of me getting back in one of these things ever again, or any kind of race car. I love working on them and watching other people go out and have fun. Not that I'm scared to go fast. I can't afford to fix it, and I know what I'll do. So until the day I can afford to fix it, that's not going to happen. So here we are. I'll sit on the computer.
Stuart, you have anything?
No, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you thinking of us, having us on. We always want to get our message out to everybody, introduce us to everybody, let everybody know what we're trying to do. We're excited about what's coming this year, and we hope some people will follow us for the ride. And I can tell you, it's gonna be a blast.
Make sure you guys tune in next week when we have Quinn and Becca on. Brandon, I'm sure you'll be on with me again.
Listen, you're gonna be in for a treat. Quinn and Becca they're like sisters. They banter off each other. They are a blast. You're gonna have a good time.
And that is that'll be our last episode for to the 2025 season, unless we do one-offs here and there, which I don't mind doing. But I told everybody
we got to stream that race.
If I knew how.
You can stream it. You stream video game races all the time.
Right, but is it on Flow?
No, buddy, your race with Dylan.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, no, I love the All American 400 and what they do at Nashville, but they are not big on sharing. They want you to come out and support in person. So, as far as I know, there is no broadcast of the race. But hey, if you're there in person, go check it out. It's an amazing race. Nashville, one of the best old school racetracks in the country. So, come out and cheer on Quinn Davis.
Quinn Davis in the 12 car.
Yep.
Adrian and I was actually gonna surprise you and just show up, but
Come on down.
It's just too far of a drive for us to get there and back before Monday
Yeah, I feel you. I understand that.
because we don't get off work till 5 o'clock Friday. By the time we get there, it's an 8.5 hour drive.
Oh wow, I didn't think it was that far.
Yeah, we looked it
But
up because I was being sarcastic, and I'm like, let's go. She's like, let me look how far. We looked it up this morning, and she's like 8.5 hours. I'm like, there's no way.
And that's nothing. That's nothing, man. We're used to doing that in our sleep anymore.
Yeah,
That's you guys. I don't do that. I'd rather hop in the airplane and
Buddy, we drove 27 straight hours after we finished the race at Elko at home.
did you?
I did 27 straight.
Good Lord.
God, dog.
I think my longest is 16, and that's from Maine.
That's no fun either.
No, that was a
I
long
don't-
drive.
I don't want to talk about my longest.
It was
those are-
2
those
days
days are
from
over.
Florida, coming up from Naples and all that.
Yeah.
To and from the West Coast, that's a tough one.
Yeah, no.
We had to do Sonoma, California to Loudon, New Hampshire, and we had to check in on Tuesday. Raced on Sunday, had to check in on Tuesday. If you're a CDL truck driver, don't do the math because you can't do it legally.
How many people you have in the truck?
I don't want to talk about it. Too many cameras. That was a long time ago, but
I don't know what
thanks.
you're talking about.
yeah, no, I mean I wasn't even there. I don't. That was a rumor I heard, but now guys, thanks for having us. We love being on. Love the support.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Talk to you guys soon.
Appreciate y'all guys.
yeah. Hey, if City Garage needs a pit crew, y'all know who to call first.
We always need help. You're always welcome.
We'd
Always
love to have the Pit Marine, man. That's
There we go.
one of my. That's some of my favorite videos. We got my girl at Martinsville out there plugging a can.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She was all fired up about
Boy,
it.
she loved that. She loved that.
Ah, my goodness.
That
My
was
goodness.
awesome.
Proud of old Jen. She's worked really hard to get to that point.
Always has. Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Talk
Thank
to you guys
you.
soon.
Have a good one.
You too. All right, Brandon. Episode 102.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what we can do about next Tuesday. Shouldn't be a problem, but I don't want to, count my chickens for they hatch. But should be doable. I gotta get. What time is it? I gotta get up at 3 and go to the airport. So
Nope, you're good. I'm literally going to do the reminders and everything, and then I will be signing off as well.
sounds good. All right, buddy.
Good luck in Sebring.
Yep, appreciate it. See you guys, all y'all later.
Yes, sir. Talk to you soon. All right. So remember, guys, if you haven't, follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Follow, subscribe. Remember, Gale Beard Products is one of our partners. If you use Area 51 as a code, you get 15% off your order and free shipping. Also, check out the Racing Warehouse for your Jeremy Clemens hats, merch, whatever they have on sale. Armadillo Apparel also. Area 51 is a partner of Circle B Diecast. If you use the code Area 51, you get $6 off your shipping. I can't thank Ryan and Stuart and everybody at City Garage for allowing us to have them on. We're looking forward to Quinn and Becca next week, next Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern. With that being said, I'd like to thank all of our partners who make this podcast possible, and we will see you guys next week. Spartan Waste, Fox Sports Spartanburg, Harrison's, Action RV, Kylie Glick Racing, Mattman Designs, The Runner's Roost, Alliance Driveway Solutions, Animore Designs, Circle B Diecast, Driven Sunglasses, Elite Towing and Recovery, High Speed Auto, The Racing Warehouse, and Armadillo Apparel, Belcher Cheesecake Creations, Fly and Form Concrete Structures, First Pacific Funding, Gale Beard Products, Wings Etc., Dialed In Focus Pouches, Schanzenbach Landscaping, Enigma Tattoo, Henderson Jet Services, Overwear Apparel Group, SBJR Designs, Ava Hansen Racing, Jeremy Clements and Jeremy Clements Racing, and also Quinn Davis Racing. With that being said, I'd like to thank everybody, and we will see you guys next week. All right, everybody. We will see you guys next week, 8 o'clock Eastern.